Yo. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm back from the holidays. Had a great time. It was very extended. Got a lot done. And now I'm back making videos for the new year. I want to thank everybody who's been coming along so far. We've got over 50 subscribers now, so I'm very excited. It has more than doubled since I began less than a year ago. A little less than a year ago, but we're doing pretty well. I wanted my first video of the year to be about something that is a huge gift to me and I hope is representative of the gift that I and maybe this channel can share with you and the world. I'm playing this song that was made by this online composer, John Dreamer, called Rise. Because this song really reminds me of my wife for a whole bunch of personal reasons. And a couple nights ago, I came home and I had this terrible migraine, and I've been getting them for a few days now. And it's mostly about the things that I'm processing and stress, and, you know, I'm gonna see the doctor and make sure that everything's okay. But she had grown quite tired of my complaining and basically commanded that I put my head in her hands. I surrendered my noggin unto her, and she just did Reiki on me exactly as I have trained people to do in these videos. Now, obviously, I have a lot more time talking to her about Reiki than I do on these videos, but everything that she did can be found in the videos I've made thus far. And I mean, just personally, having someone who's into the same thing that I'm into, you know, it's like a guy loving video games being with someone who also loves playing video games, you know, it's that like perfect union. So the fact that she managed to do it is, of course, a huge gift to me, and a gift to the world in case she does it for her friends and stuff. But more than that, it got me thinking about the channel, and it got me thinking about how some of you out there may be trying to do this for the first time, either with yourself or with like a friend that you trust, or something like that. And I'll just share with you guys my sort of personal feeling was that I made this channel, yeah, so that people could learn about Reiki, but I wasn't entirely sure that someone could even start using Reiki without an attunement. I know it's a little odd. I've talked a bit about how I grew up in the church, and in the Bible, Jesus talks about how, like, when they're talking about the laying of hands, he explicitly says that other people can do it, and he's trained his disciples to do it, and you will do greater things than this, you'll see, and all that stuff. So I wasn't like beholden to the idea that the only way you could start doing Reiki was through an attunement. An attunement is like an official process. Like, it's a whole procedure that you do where you send, you know, the master sends the intention of Reiki into the person and essentially locks the ability for them to do it in their different energy centers in your body. And that's how I was trained, that's how I started doing it, that's how the students have already trained, like in person I do it with, and that's how my master got attuned, was that same process, and that process has been handed down from Usui and stuff. So I didn't even know. I honestly, like, thank you all for coming and everything, I'm glad you're all here, but I had no idea if this was going to work. And it worked. And her Reiki was really good, man. It was very strong, and it's not only like helped in terms of the headache, but it also helped me realize that it was a bit of a stressor to know whether or not my style of doing this on the internet like I'm doing was going to work. I mean, from a lot of people I've seen who do Reiki through YouTube, they often are like sending Reiki to you or things like that, or like teaching you about it. But to actually teach you how to do it, that's what I wanted to do through these sessions, and it worked. And if it worked for her, and she's like a very, very powerful like skeptic and scientist, if even she can start doing it, no offense, dear, then anybody can do it. And the reason that this is important is because once you're turned on to this, like once you gain the ability or just the bravery to start thinking that you could be the arbiter of your own health and that you can bring healing to yourself and healing to others, and that your hands can be an avenue through which this healing energy comes through you and into the world, that you just have to, once you accept that, I have a couple students who are still good friends of mine, but don't really practice it anymore. And that's fine, I think, because I think a lot of times when I'm asking, hey, you keeping up with Reiki? And they say, oh, not really. I really think what they mean is they're not like putting hands on other people. But once you start learning Reiki and learning the flow of the energy and the balance between the light and the dark in your own system, and you start becoming aware of those same light and dark balances in the environment and the physical world and the metaphysical world, it's just a way of seeing things, and it's a way of learning to heal by finding balance. And I think that once you tune into that, you can't ever really untune. And so the influence of, oh God, the music, man. Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to get monetized for this because obviously Mr. Dreamer's music is in it, but this is just a great song. As people tune into it, and as they influence more people to tune into it, and none of the people who get attuned or get tuned into it can essentially ever get tuned out of it. Like, you can lose touch with it, but it really is like riding a bike. Like, as soon as you start getting back into energy work, it's just bam, like your energy is there. It never leaves. It's right with you. It's just a matter of, are you working with it? And once you start, it just never stops. And then maybe even through the expression of the understandings of your own energy and the intention that you put forth to heal your energies and heal the energies of the world, that becomes exponential. So thank you guys. Looking forward to a new year. I really will get to the solar plexus chakra video. I think I'm just going to do an explanation of it and a demonstration of how to do Reiki on the solar plexus all in one video. So I will probably do that next week. Thanks, guys. Oh, like and subscribe.